Right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Winnebago County Board meeting. Tonight is Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. Tonight, our invocation and pledge of allegiance is by Board Member John Butita. Please stand.
Almighty and merciful God, graciously keep us from all adversity, so that unhindered in mind and body alike, we may pursue freedom in the heart, things that are yours. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, God forever. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Butita. Chief Elliott, is there any agenda announcements this evening? Anybody? Agenda announcements this evening? No? Thank you. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Tassoni. Dr. Michael Thomas.
Thompson.
Mr. Ray Thompson. Ms. Valdez. Mr. Webster. Mr. Arena. Mr. Booker. Mr. Butita. Mr. De La Trinidad. Ms. Fellers. Mrs. Gorel. Ms. Hansard. Mr. Hoffman. Mr. Lindmark. Mr. McCarthy. Mr. Neighbors. Mr. Penny. Mr. Scroll. Mr. Sweeney. Okay, that looks like 17 present and 2 absent.
Very good. We do have a quorum this evening. All right, so moving on to our agenda, we do not have any awards, presentation, public hearings this evening, but we do have public participation. I'm going to read a brief statement here. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes. Speakers may not address zoning matters which are pending before the ZBA, zoning committee, or the county board. Personnel matters or pending or threatened litigation may not be addressed in open session. An individual may speak a maximum of 3 times per calendar year on the same topic. This prohibition shall include the repetition of the same topic in a statement on what is purported to be a different topic. Personal attacks or inappropriate language of any sort will not be tolerated. So we have 4 speakers this evening. The first is John Tack Brantley. If you want to come forward.
Chairman, good evening, board members. This is one of the first time I didn't bring the kids with me. But what I'm going to talk about is that we finna make history this year. Talking with the bishop from the Catholic Diocese, we plan on making a trip near East St. Louis. We have 3 pyramids here in Illinois. I'm blown away how many people did not know we had pyramids here in Illinois. The one we're going to see is as tall as the one in Cairo, Egypt. So we ain't got to go to Egypt. We ain't got to go to Mexico. We ain't got to go to the Nevada. We can go right here and check out the pyramids. But some people want to call the pyramids, the Indian pyramids, mounds. There's a big difference between mounds and pyramids. The mound, if I'm going to use, for example, right here in the Winnebago area, my building in North Main Manor is sitting on top of a mound. We had 1,000 mounds here in the Winnebago area off the Rock River going into the Mississippi River. I-251, before it was I-251, it was known as the Beloit Road. They called it the 100 Highway, and the reason for that, we had over 500 mounds that they dug up and removed. The former Rockford College is sitting on an Indian mound. The Union Railroad Station is sitting on top of an Indian mound. All the way from my building, North Main Manor, in front of Beavis Park, is the only last of the mound. But from Beavis Park all the way to 15th Avenue, Morgan, who was a plantation owner back in 1852. The mayor wanted to build a bridge on State Street, Morgan Bridge, and 15th Avenue. Morgan had the money and he had the manpower, so he was able to persuade the mayor to allow him to dig up the mounds along that river. So that's the difference between a mound. We had over 1,000 mounds here off of Rock River. That's why the Black Hawk Indians, the Winnebago Indians, the Chiricahuas, and the Cherokee Indians was all part of off the Mississippi River. What happened to them, they desecrated the pyramid. They also almost annihilated the Mississippi Indians because they had a perfect trade route. They trading trading trinkets for the land. The Indians said, we got plenty of land. They wasn't looking at land as, a value or money-wise. They said we had plenty of land, so they welcomed the colonials to come in and purchase or take that land from them, and that's how we got Rockford, and I can go on, but I want to go to one thing and make it quick and short. I still want to work on with the juvenile detention center, those that's being released from the juvenile detention center, for them to be enrolled in my program. I'm already working with troubled youth that's in trouble. So when they get out of juvenile, instead of them going back on the streets, they'll be in our program. And we teaming up with the library, where the library is going to be working with me. We'll be able to use their facility. So I want to set up a meeting with whoever I need to meet with in order to get this program off the road, working with our juvenile.
The 3 minutes is
3 minutes
expired.
up? Oh, okay,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry, thank you. I said two things at one time.
You get,
I had to sneak that last one in.
you're doing better. Thank you. So please note that Board Member McCarthy is present without food.
Present.
He's here. Empty-handed as usual. All right, our next speaker is Keith Williams. You want to come forward, please?
Good afternoon. Thank you, Board. Appreciate you guys' time. I'm here, if you have not received a copy, you can get one after I finish speaking. But I'm here to file a formal complaint and to ask for disciplinary action or investigation into an incident that I've been dealing with in my home for years. I've been subjected to harassment and targeting by a township employee, and I understand that this is the county board meeting, but it's a township issue, but I like to get it on the record in both instances. So what I've been dealing with is an employee that's been targeting and harassing me by plowing snow in front of my driveway. I always had assumed, or not assumed, but I knew it was happening, but I never had witnessed it. So by me not witness it with my own eyes, I couldn't specifically say that it was happening. But I always mentioned it to my wife that it always seemed that when we had excessive accumulations, I always ended up with a lot of snow in front of my driveway, where I actually had to use my plow truck to actually plow for my wife to be able to get out of our driveway. And this has been going on for at least 10 years, and I know this because on this particular incident, when I lit up my garage and actually witnessed the driver doing it, I drove down to the street to ask him to remove it, and he refused to, and he referenced that this had happened or was in response to the complaint that I filed with him years before. Now, that complaint I never filed formally. I went and I called, and they came out and took care of it. But because I think I didn't file a formal complaint, there was no accountability, which made it persist. Without accountability, this is the type of thing that just can continue to happen. And I don't think, being a taxpayer, as much as I pay in taxes in my subdivision, I should not be subject to harassment and targeting by an employee. If an employee takes time to harass a homeowner, I would dare to say that I'm probably not the only one, but we're paying their salary for them to target homeowners, that's not right, and that should be stopped, and it should be investigated. And again, I've been in my home for 21 years, and I just don't think that it should be part of their duties to target and harass homeowners. And I would greatly appreciate it if they could investigate this and apply a disciplinary action where they see warranted. But I'm just really upset about it, and I just think that we really need to put a stop to this, because if it's happening to me, chances are it's probably happening to some other homeowner, and I don't think anybody deserves that. Again, for the amount of taxes that we pay, and our taxes pay their salary, so why should I be paying for somebody to harass me? Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Lori Thompson.
I am here to support the Carrie Lynn Center. Children are the future of everything, so community investment in them is profitable. Abuse of kids remains a problem in our community. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be victimized. Ms. Fellers, thank you for the powerful example you provided as how those numbers look in this very room. However, those numbers are likely higher. Many victims do not disclose abuse because judgment, disbelief, shame, and embarrassment will silence them. When victims find the courage to seek help, details are released sporadically. Kids will watch for reactions and determine who they can trust with truths. Please understand, determining a truth from a survivor is no one's role in the private sector. 70% of violent offenders have experienced violence as victims. Childhood is the foundation of learned behaviors. If the foundation is violence, behaviors rooted in violence develop. As violence escalates, so does the need for trauma-informed professionals. Behaviors arise from feelings, and trauma exaggerates those behaviors. Adults must understand that feelings drive behavior, especially in kids. Anger, addiction, and violence stems from emotional pain. Trauma behaviors appear as troublemakers, manipulators, and attention seekers. Some kids are misdiagnosed and medicated for ADHD when actually it is trauma. This alone supports the need for trauma-informed professionals, so these kids are identified and treated with therapy and not medication. Carrie Lynn strives to limit the number of times a child must disclose their abuse. Kids often lack the vocabulary to explain in detail what happened and have likely been threatened to remain silent. The fight, flight, or freeze response is trauma-based in our neurological system. The brain identifies a threat, the brain takes control, and the brain decides to fight, to flee, or to freeze. For example, we do not think to breathe, it is automatic. With trauma, it is the same concept, just a different variable, but both are based in survival. This automatic reaction is why victims cannot remember details of what happened. They may not even be aware they have been seriously injured. Details may surface days, weeks, months, or even years later if it's remembered at all. Regardless of when a victim shares a detail, believe them. If they perceive judgment or disbelief, you have lost their trust and you will not get a second chance. Do-overs are risky and painful. Accountability and justice create safe communities and healthy populations. Testifying is stressful for anyone, but imagine a child trying to remember details of inflicted pain while in the presence of their perpetrator and doing so in a room full of strangers. It is a perfect storm of imperfection. The brain can perceive stress as trauma, so the brain takes control again and decides what the children will remember. These cases are unique because they may rely solely on victim recollection. Juries must understand physical injuries have healed, and delays in disclosing abuse may result in lack of DNA. Anything less than a maximum sentence is a slap in the face to a victim who has found the courage to share their abuse in front of strangers while preparing themselves for non-believers and acquittals. I have 5 sentences left. Survivors serve a lifetime sentence. Tough justice sends the message to survivors the court believes them and their victimization mattered. In conclusion, communities rely on trained professionals to help our most valuable commodity, kids. We must believe them, recognize behavioral outcries, and hold perpetrators accountable. Curriculums must require trauma-informed education in all colleges and graduate schools, regardless of major. Winnebago County has resources and educational institution, and our kids deserve every chance we can to pursue them, for them to pursue every dream they have. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next and last speaker is Nancy Edwardson.
So, hi. Good
Hello.
evening. Thank you, Paul Arena. Thank you, Paul, for your excellent information. I did not know some of that. Thanks again. The reason I'm up here tonight is because we have an issue with animal services, and I've always gotten up here and spoken if there's an issue with Winnebago County Animal Services. I check on them twice a month. I check on the cat population and I check on the dog population. I'm an indirect volunteer. Indirect, okay. So I do some investigating and things are looking really well as far as the population-wise. The cats, the dog, there's still a lot of dogs, up to 54. Right now the count is around 54 of dogs that need adoption currently, and it fluctuates. Sometimes it's 63, 64. Right now it's around 54. We'd hope that you guys would, go in there and check out if you're thinking about getting another dog. Okay, so with that being said, the cats population has gone way down, thank God for that, because we have 3 rescue organizations within Winnebago County that have taken some of the cats. This was last week. But what I'm here to talk about now is the fact that we have a problem with the financial thing going on right now that Paul knows about. They got over $6,000 was put into the pockets of animal services, which is fine, that's wonderful. But they're not getting what the consumer or the dog and cat owner are supposed to get. The dog tags and the cat tags haven't come through because the contractor is actually a Florida vet called Shot Vet, S-H-O-T, Shot Vet, that gives the vaccinations at PetSmart. And they're holding out. They're holding out on us. The people that have already gotten the shots for their animals, they're holding out. Winnebago County Animal Services. And I don't know who the new director is after Roger left. I'll find out as soon as I'm done talking, but, that's just ridiculous. And Jennifer Stacy used to be the director, and now she's still there, but of course, but hello, wake up. This makes me really upset that people aren't getting their dog tags. And now it's a computer problem. Paul has already explained it to me. Computer problem. Okay, when's it going to be fixed? I mean, it just looks like a scam. I'm just going to say it. It looks like some kind of, it's not, but it kind of looks that way to some of the dog and the cat owners, specifically. And that's about it. We got to do something about Paul's working on it, and I'm going to come to the committee meeting because I'm all about Winnebago County Animal Control. And I thank you.
Thank you. All right, next on our agenda is the approval of minutes. May I entertain a motion to approve the March 26th and lay over the April 9th, 2026 minutes. We have Ray Thompson, Aaron Booker, seconds that motion. Is there any discussion on either the approval or the layover of the minutes? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed? Very good, please cast a yes for all members present. Next is the consent agenda, which includes the raffle report and the auditor's report. May I entertain a motion, please? Dr. Michael Thompson, Mr. Penny seconds that motion. Is there any discussion on either the raffle report or the auditor's report? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed? Very good, please cast yes for all members present. Next are the appointments. Per county board rules, the board chairman appointments shall lay over until the second board meeting after they are first introduced unless the rules are suspended. Tonight I have the honor to appoint Matthew J. Gable to Winnebago County Board District 6. Mr. Arena, you making a motion to suspend?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that we suspend the rules to appoint Mr. Gable to the board tonight.
Okay, so there's a motion to suspend the rules and a second by Ms. Hansert. Are there any opposition to the suspension of rules this evening? Hearing none, please cast a yes for all members present. Mr. Arena, the rules are suspended.
I move for the approval of the appointment of Mr. Gable to the County Board District 6 seat.
A motion to approve Mr. Gable by Mr. Arena, second by Ms. Hansert, Dr. Thompson, Mr. Penny. Is there any discussion on the appointment replacing Keith McDonald? Hearing none, please cast yes for all members present. Okay, thank you. Mr. Gable, you want to come forward? And family. The oath. Your wife is Courtney?
Yes.
And what's the baby's name? Levi. Levi. Congratulations. You have time to still leave. No? Courtney, what say you, Courtney? Happy?
here.
All right. Then let's get it over with. All right, please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, your name,
I, Matthew Gable,
having been appointed to the Winnebago County Board
having been appointed to the Winnebago County Board
in District 6
in District 6
in the County of Winnebago
in the County of Winnebago
in the State of Illinois,
in the State of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Winnebago County Board Member
the duties of office of Winnebago County Board Member
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Alrighty, it's real. Thank you. First of all, I want to just thank God. I'm a big believer that He's the one that's got the plan, and I'm just a tool in His toolbox. Want to thank the chairman and the board. I'm looking forward to getting shoulder to shoulder with all of you, getting to know the process and everything, and learning how to better the Winnebago County area. And I definitely want to say a big thank you to the late Gary Jury. I served with him on the township board. I know he was on the board with the Winnebago County for years, and I learned a lot from him over the 5 years that I got to know him. So I just wanted to say a thank you. I know he's passed, but I wouldn't be here without him. So thank you all, and I'm excited to get to work.
All right. You know where you sit? Right next. Right there. All right. Thank you. All right, we'll move on to the reports of standing committees. Tonight's, we have the Finance Committee with Mr. Butita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, we have an ordinance for a budget amendment for a state's attorney VOCA grant renewal for read-in. Secondly, we have an ordinance for a budget amendment for deferred prosecution grant renewal, also for a read-in.
Okay.
Next, we have a resolution authorizing wage increases for non-bargaining unit employees of the County of Winnebago, and I so move.
We have a motion by Mr. Butita and a second by Mr. Hoffman. Is Is it discussion, Mr. Butita?
Only that it authorizes the CPI increase for those employees not to exceed 3.5%. The exact amount will be determined in the month of May.
Very good. Is there any board member discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to the resolution? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Mr. Butita.
Next, we have a resolution authorizing the County of Winnebago participation in opioid litigation settlements with 6 remnant defendant regional distributor/dispensers, and I so move.
We have a motion by Mr. Butita. We have a second by Ms. Hansert. Discussion, Mr. Butita?
Ms. Reuter explained this is just enjoining us to some existing class lawsuits already out there.
Board member discussion? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Mr. Butita.
Okay, next we have a resolution granting public safety sales tax funding to the Children's Advocacy Center of Winnebago County, also known as Carrie Lynn, to support renovations in its co-location at the Hart Building located at 214 North Church Street. I so move.
Moved by Mr. Butita, second by Mr. Sweeney. Discussion, Mr. Butita?
The amount of the, the resolution includes the co-location and also a formula for the board to look at future annual appropriations.
Very good. Mr. Sweeney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I just want to recognize that from the Carrie Lynn Center, Kathy Pomahack and some of her staff are here in attendance. And also Jennifer Catchpalia with the City of Rockford is here, with some folks in attendance. And when this legislation was introduced, there was a long list of supporters that were read in with it. I won't repeat that, but I just would like to point out that, municipal leadership from cities large and small, Republican, Democrat, Independent, state's attorneys present and past, numerous police chiefs, bipartisan group of this board, all signed on to agree that this was the right thing to do. It's a big moment for Winnebago County to increase its investment in this this type of activity to help the most vulnerable, those amongst us, of course, that's innocent children that go through horrible sexual violence and violence in their home. And if anything, I would hope that to Kathy Pomahack and her crew over there, that this board vote would just basically be an affirmation of their life's work, that this board sees it and recognizes the long history of the Carrie Lynn Center and its contributions to this community, and that we look on with great pride and hope for the future with what they're able to accomplish with this new model moving in with the Future Family Peace Center. So we wish them the best of luck and thank you for what they do, each and every one of them.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Mr. Arena.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I agree with Mr. Sweeney, and I want to thank him for taking the initiative to bring this forward. Today, we're approving allocation of money for the renovation, but within this resolution is also the intent that we commit funds on an annual basis moving forward. The source of that funding has not yet been identified, but I just want us to all commit ourselves through our budgeting process this year to identify what that future funding source would be. I agree that this is important. We've talked in our caucuses about the need to set priorities in our spending, and I think that this is a high priority item. And even though there might be some, difficulty in allocating, taking money from one source and putting it to another, we should do that. We do have a comfortable surplus right now, but that surplus will not last forever. And this is the type of funding that we need to ensure takes place year after year, regardless of what our financial situation is. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arena. Further discussion? Yes, Angie.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Something else we should remember that no one is really familiar with, that these poor children When they have problems, we have no one here in Winnebago County who can assess these kids to see what's wrong with them or why they're having these problems. And that's the saddest thing, because what they do then is they strap them to a gurney, put them in an ambulance, and send them down to Streamwood or one of those other places down there without a parent, without nothing. And you talk about trauma to a child, that has got to be the worst nightmare any child would ever have to experience. I sure hope we allow enough money to pay someone to be a good assessor up here for these children. These are our future out there, and what are we going to be raising? Think about it. They need to have assessment right here in Winnebago County. They do not need to be sent someplace else. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gorel. Further discussion? Mr. Ray Thompson.
I echo what some of my colleagues shared about concern children, and I'm excited about this resolution. I would like to also encourage engagement with our mental health board so that they have I strongly believe they have a dog in the show in this, because this is not just a crime issue or child abuse, it's a mental health issue in our community. Children should not be abused. And having mental health board engaged in this would help us try to find a path forward that's going to reduce that.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Further discussion? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to this resolution? Hearing none, please cast a yes for all members present. Thank you. Nice work, Mr. Sweeney. Thank you to the office, the mayor, and all the staff at Carrie Lynn Center. Congratulations. Mr. Butita.
We gotta give them the money yet.
Yeah.
Next, I have an ordinance for a budget amendment in the Public Safety Sales Tax Fund to the Children's Advocacy Center of Winnebago County for renovations and co-location at the Hart Building. And I move for suspension of the rules.
We have a motion to suspend and a second by Mr. Sweeney. Is there any opposition to the suspension of rules this evening? Opposed? No? There's no discussion during suspension. Okay. So again, any opposition to the suspension? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. The rules are suspended, Mr. Butita.
I move for the passage of the amendment, or I'm sorry, of the ordinance.
The ordinance. So we have a motion to approve the ordinance, second by Mr. Sweeney. Any further discussion, Mr. Butita?
The amount of the appropriation is $616,000. And again, as Mr. Arena had pointed out, the annual subsidy or appropriation to Carrie Lynn would be part of the 2027 budget process.
Very good. Board member discussion on this ordinance? Hearing none, are there any board members opposed to the ordinance? Very good. Please cast a yes for all members present.
That's all we have this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Butita. Next, we have the zoning committee with Mr. Webster. Oh, there he is.
Thank you. Zoning Committee has 4 items for our first reading. The first 3 on your agenda, number 1, 2, and 3, are tied at the hip, you might say. They're all by the same applicant. It's a smorgasbord of zoning requests from this person for a map amendment, Z0625, special use permit, SU0725, and a variance, V0425. And all 3 are located at the same address, 6540 Valley Trail Road. Those are all in for first read-in. And the number 4 item on your agenda is Z0226. This is also a map amendment to rezone 0.54 acres. And this is located at 7755 South Main in Rockford. And this came with the unanimous approval from the Zoning Board of Appeals, as did the others. This was very little discussion and so forth on this, sailed right through. So with number 4, I would ask for a suspension and rules and vote for this one tonight.
Okay, a motion to suspend by Mr. Webster and second by Ms. Gorel. Is there any opposition to the suspension of rules for this map amendment? Hearing none, please cast a yes for all members present. The rules are suspended.
Thank you, Chairman. I would move to approve Z0226, the map amendment.
Got a motion to approve by Mr. Webster and a second by Mr. Hoffman. Is there any discussion, Mr. Webster?
Not for me, thank you.
Any board member discussion on this map amendment?
Are there conditions with this?
No, there's no conditions on the map amendment.
Thank you.
Any other discussion on the map amendment? Very good. Are there any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Mr. Webster.
Thank you, that's all we have this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Webster. We'll move on to Economic Development Committee. Mr. Sweeney.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
The Economic Development Committee has two resolutions. We're going to ask for a layover on one of these items. So item 2, the resolution granting authority to the Winnebago County Board Chairman to execute the documents necessary to complete a loan for $25,000 from the revolving loan fund to the All Seasons Diversified Service, Inc., and I so move for its adoption.
Moved by Mr. Sweeney, second by Mr. Penny. Discussion, Mr. Sweeney?
Not for me, sir.
Any board member discussion on this resolution? Hearing none. Are there any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Mr. Sweeney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The second item is the resolution granting authority for another revolving loan fund for $75,000 to Barber Law LLC, but we're going to ask for a layover of that. Does that take a board vote, or can you so lay it over without a vote?
Can the chair just lay this item over, or do we need a vote on that? We need a vote. So we're making a motion by Mr. Sweeney to lay over. We have a second by Mr. Dr. Thompson. Any discussion on the layover? Hearing none. Are there any board members opposed to the layover? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. The item is laid over.
That concludes our report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney. Operation Administrative Committee, Mr. Arena.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have no report.
Thank you. We have Public Works Committee, Mr. Tassoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Board. First item on the agenda here is 26-022, and it's a resolution authorizing an agreement with IMEG Consultants Corp. For Phase 3 engineering for the rehabilitation of Roscoe Road Bridge, and I would so move.
Moved by Mr. Tassoni. We have a second by Mr. Ray Thompson. Any discussion, Mr. Tassoni?
This is just like I say, this covers engineering and testing services for the Roscoe Ridge rehabilitation, and I expect it to take place sometime in June.
Very good. Board member discussion? Hearing none. Are there any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Mr. Tassoni.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our next item is Resolution 26-023, and it's a resolution to request permission from IDOT for the intermittent closure of some state highways for the Ironman 70.3 Rockford event, and I would so move.
Moved by Mr. Tassoni, second by Mr. McCarthy. Discussion, Mr. Tassoni?
Just to add, if you haven't heard about it, this is a big deal here, bringing tens of thousands of people, a lot of revenue, a lot of motel rooms. Expected on June 14th, Ironman Triathlon, swim, run, jog. So looking forward to that. It's a big deal. Thank you.
Very good. Board member discussion? Hearing none. Are there any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Are you going to be in the Ironman?
I'm going to drive it. I'm drive it.
Driving?
Yeah, I'm driving. Just check it out
Am I
for
right?
potholes.
Shotgun with you? Very good.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our final resolution, 26-024, is a resolution authorizing a bid for the second phase of Pecatonica Road rehabilitation. I would so move that item.
Moved by Mr. Tassoni, with a second by Mr. Booker. Discussion, Mr. Tassoni?
Like I said, this is new to Winnebago County, but it's a hot in place. They heat up the pavement, they grind off the top inch or two, pack it back down, and we'll put an overlay of some sort within a year of that. So looking forward to that happen. We don't have a time frame yet. These companies, they go all around the state. So, at a later date, maybe Mr. Molina could, dial in, let us know when they're coming.
Nice. Further discussion? Hearing none. Any board members opposed? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. Mr. Tassoni.
Thank you, Chairman. That concludes the report.
Thank you. Public Safety and Judiciary Committee, Mr. Lindmark.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No report this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Lindmark. Unfinished business. We have several appointments that were read in on March 26, 2026. Mr. Penny.
I'd like to make a motion to approve letters A through G for appointments listed.
We have a motion and a second by Mr. Tassoni. Is there any discussion on any of these appointments? A through 6. Any discussion? No? Are there any board members opposed to any of these appointments? Very good. Please cast yes for all members present. All the appointments are approved. Thank you, Mr. Penny. New business. Is there any new business? Going once? No? Nothing? All right. Announcements and communications. Clerk.
Well, there's a funny note on here that says, make sure you say Lori says the items below were received as a correspondence.
Well, you got to say it with a sweeter voice. Okay. Any board member communications? Mr. McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to let everyone know, next Thursday night over at the Hard Rock Casino is when the Rockford Area Music Industry Awards ceremony will be taking place, otherwise known as the Rammies. Fortunately, once again, back there being one of the MCs, and our honorable chairman will be introducing the winner of the Country Bluegrass Blues and Jazz winner. So that's your role there, and also State Senator Stottleman's also going to be there as well. So next Thursday night is a great time. A number of local bands are playing there. In between, the awards will be passed out, and it's a great time for local music in and around the state line. It's all going to be happening next Thursday nights, just a tad after 5 o'clock at the Hard Rock Casino.
Did you select that genre for me?
No, it was, they put your name in a hat and they pulled it out. No.
They didn't have the Italian classic genre?
No,
that
there was
I could
no
relate
ethnic
to?
one on here, so yeah. If the Irish couldn't be on here.
Ms. Gorel. No, just for that, I'll do good. Any further communications? Yes, over here, Ms. Fellers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In the spirit of Lori, I would like to remind all of my fellow board members that our statements of economic interest are due to be filed in the clerk's office by May 1st in order to be in compliance with state law. Thank you.
Okay, that was nice. Ms. Valdez.
My announcement is way less teachery than Angela's. I would just like everybody to come to Art Scene this weekend. It's the 24th and the 25th. It's taking place all over Rockford, downtown and locations, east, west. There's going to be 48 locations this year that are going to be participating in Art Scene. So come see art, buy art, love art. The end. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Booker. Mr. Booker?
Thank you, Chairman. I just wanted to let everyone know that the rural transport, the Reagan Rural Transport through RMTD, I believe Chairman Shirelli had a lot to do with bringing that in. They've exceeded my expectations. They're staying quite busy picking up and delivering citizens in the rural areas that have no accessibility to RMTD, but it seems to be a success. So it's all good. Just wanted to let everyone be aware of it. It's a good deal. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And Ms. Gorel had a lot to do with it also. Mr. Penny.
I would like to just bring up, after the round of the latest storms we had and tornado threats and tornadoes that had swept across the county, I did receive several phone calls about sirens that may or may not have been working. I just want to kind of bring that to light and make sure that their concerns are being heard. There was some conversation on that kind of took place around all parts of the county, but specifically in my district for sure. So I just kind of wanted to bring that to the...
Yeah, they're working to get all of them up and running for sure.
And I did
Yeah.
give that message out, and that way anybody that may be watching tonight knows that we're all taking it seriously, and
Yeah, and you know, the early warning system of the sirens is just one line of communication, and then there's other through mobile, your phones and other systems. So, yeah, so we are working diligently to get that prepared. As you're all aware, I had to, by the recommendation of the director of ESDA and the director of IEMA and his staff, recommended that I sign a proclamation of disaster. That's good for 7 days. That gives special authority and powers to the ESDA director and the coordinator and myself to make very quick decisions on behalf of the citizens. So you're aware that was the reason why it was declared. Somebody else had their hand up. Mr. Sweeney, and then Mr. Della Trinidad.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and just kind of piggybacking off of that, I was going to commend you for your leadership throughout these storms and this tornadic activity, that you have certain statutory abilities. I noticed from chatting with you that you were very much on top of that, and that your actions led to swifter reaction times for some of our county residents. So I think you deserve some recognition for sure for your leadership and attention to those details. So thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Della Trinidad.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just wanted to let everybody know that there's going to be like a draft watch party after this at the Courtside Grill, hosted by the Rockford Park District. And, you know, the Otis Wilson, the Super Bowl, champion's going to be there as well. And all proceeds are going to go to help youth here in Rockford as far as, promoting the football game here.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Mr. Tassoni, you had your hand up?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I just wanted to bring the light to something here. This week is National Work Zone Awareness Week, and IDOT in partnership with others. This week, it's Go Orange Day was yesterday, but just wanted to bring some awareness as we see barricades going up, roads, traffic, our public works people, everybody that's out there on the road. Just be mindful. You see barricades, you see orange, slow down. We want everybody to go home safe as well as yourselves.
Very good. Thank you. Mr. Ray Thompson, then Mr. Arena.
Up in the Roscoe area, there were some significant damages, and I got a lot of comments from people in the communities sharing that the different teams that were involved in clearing the roads and addressing the damages, they were on top of it in the areas that were significantly hit in the Roscoe area. And I just want to acknowledge those folks who worked hard and were out there getting it.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Mr. Arena?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also wanted to commend you and our staff for the response to the storms. One of the tornadoes came through my subdivision, and the next day there were sheriff's deputies going door to door, and it seemed like the response was quick. Roads were cleaned up. Power got restored in a reasonable amount of time. It was, I guess, shocking how extensive the damage was in such a small area. My own home and my neighbors' homes, there was nothing happened at all, not even some branches on the ground, but 500 yards away, everything was wiped out. Trees were laid over flat, and utility poles were snapped in half. So I think it was a lesson for me and how you need to respect those sirens when they go off and how quickly the damage can occur. But I do appreciate the response of the county and all the various agencies that also partnered with us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Just by the grace of God, we didn't have any fatalities or any major injuries. It was a very stressful week, but I want to say our first responders, between the sheriff's department, the police department, the fire departments, it's outstanding training and outstanding response that they delivered for Winnebago County. So, thank you. Mr. Gable, you got to say something.
Go Cubs. Yeah, motion to adjourn.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Sweeney